welcome to Schedule 1, a new game where we play a small-time agricultural dealer starting out in a small town with no money, no plants, no contacts, but we know how to make money. We enjoy growing our crops, and it's time to get to work. So this is a really fun game developed by a solo software developer. It's massively popular on Steam at the moment. I've been playing it a lot and it's a lot of fun. I've skipped the prologue because that's basically an in-depth tutorial. And I'm just going to maybe make some videos on it because I'm enjoying playing it and I wanted to share it with you guys. It's very different to other simulation games that you've seen me play. It is technically a simulation game. It is technically a game focusing on horticulture and distribution. And I'm going to be very careful in the initial phases about the things that I mention so that we can maintain YouTube's happiness. So we're going to get our character set up. We don't have hair. But it's not me, so does it really matter? Not really. Yeah, why not? Face agitated, of course. Stubble because I'm always needing to shave. Eyeball color. You don't actually see your character that much. You can go into third person view, but I tend not to. So, yeah. But yeah, you can mess around with character creation quite a lot. That's fine. Top, we'll go for red because that's the channel's color. Cargo pants, grey. Sandals because they look kind of, actually you do see character on when you go on the skateboard, which is quite an important vehicle. You will find out. So yeah, we start out on Highland Point. We need to go to a payphone. We have our phone, so yeah. I've heard you're in some sort of trouble. Best not to talk over your mobile. Go find a payphone. UN. So the United Nations wants to talk to us. Before we leave, because I have watched other people play, there's a few things we're going to do before we leave the RV that we start in. It's very Breaking Bad. And as a fan of Breaking Bad, it's kind of cool. But there are some things you can do to give yourself a jump start. So we are going to water the plants that we have growing in the RV. In our hydroponics setup here, we're into our horticulture mini games and farming simulator fans. This seems to be what a lot of people want farming simulator to be. So yeah, it's we're going to grab the secateurs, or trimmers as Americans like to call them. And we're just going to pass a little bit of time while we wait for the plants to grow. We're going to grab this guy as well. To grab things, you right click. I'm not really going to, this is not really a tutorial. I'm just going to be playing the game, to be honest. If you want to look outside, this is our lovely RV. No bullet holes in it just yet. So not a true Breaking Bad RV, but it does look very Breaking Bad. Yeah, so there we go. We've got some plants, so we're going to use the trimmers and harvest them, and you just click on each plant, or each bit of the plant. So yes, and then we need to wait a little while for that one to keep growing, but we are also going to grab the pot and the grow light and the stand. We are going to strip this place pretty bare. There is a bed. Sleeping is a part of the game. So, and there is a bit of a time exploit you can do as well, in that you the game stops at 4 a.m. But you can just keep playing and certain things stop, but certain things you can keep doing. So, yep. So we'll just wait a little bit longer. When you first play the game, you maybe don't realize you can do this unless you've watched some content on it. But it kind of gives you a nice little head start with equipment and plants, products. So, yep, we'll grab the plant pot again, the grow lamp and the stand for the grow lamp, and then we're going to put our plants in some little bags because that helps keep them fresh. And this is like another mini game, so you pick it up, drop it in the bag, close it, put the bag in the box. There's lots of mini games in this, and as you progress, you get better equipment, which automates the mini games, and you can employ staff, which automates the mini games as well. And obviously, more expensive kit costs more, but makes the mini games easier. Or having staff do them, makes the mini games easier. So that we are going to get rid of the trimmers, actually no, we're going to get rid of this guy. I'm going to take this guy. I would really quite like, we don't have the dispose of option yet, which is kind of annoying, because I'd really like to take the storage shelf rather than the trimmers. Because we don't really need those. Anyway, we'll take those because it'll save us buying them, I guess. I think that's everything useful. The shelf would be useful, but anyway, once you get into the game properly, you have the option, unless I do have the option. I'm going to discard the trimmers, and we're going to take the storage shelf. So pretty much gutted the place. You'll see why in a moment, and we're going to go off and talk to the United Nations. So it's quite a nice area, nice forests, lovely part of suburban, urban, rural America. And as with any modern American town, it has phone boxes. And it's ringing, so let's answer the telephone. And it's Uncle Nelson. So in the prologue, you meet Uncle Nelson and you do a little bit of growing of plants with him, and you meet some of his friends. God damn, good to hear your voice, buddy. Looks like our luck finally ran out. The feds have got me locked up. I'll have to wait for trial. Glad to hear you managed to pray. So in the prologue, Uncle Nelson gets arrested and you escape in the RV. Back before I moved to Serena Flats, I used to live out there in Highland Point. Not the nicest town around, but plenty of opportunity for horticulturalists in our line of work. If memory serves, I left some cash stashed around there. It ain't much, but it'll be enough to get you back on your feet. You can find it stashed near the town hall fountain, in the canal, and behind the supermarket. And there's a bunch of drop boxes around the town, and then go back to the RV, and we'll go from there. So we will go grab the cash. And if I can remember my way around town, having done this a few times, and the first time I did this, I actually managed to get myself arrested partway through the process and lose some of this cash, which was a tad annoying. I think one of them is it's just over here. Yeah, there are police who don't like you selling your plants in the local area. They don't mind the graffiti, obviously, but they don't like you selling your homegrown plants. And I don't remember where the last one is, because my memory is atrocious sometimes, but thankfully there is a map. There it is. And you can also go into the mobile phone to the journal, and it was behind the supermarket. That doesn't help because I don't remember where the supermarket is. Up here, I think. There we go. So we've now got nearly $400. So head back to the RV, which is over this way. Oh no! Investigate the explosion. Now, you've probably guessed what the explosion is from the fact that I gutted the RV. So we'll head back and investigate the explosion. And yes, the explosion is the RV has blown up, and obviously the idea is that all the kit inside that you left behind blows up as well. But we were sensible and we gutted the place. So we will read the note. Welcome to Highland Point. It is our territory. Don't interfere. TB. So we'll go back, talk to Uncle Nelson again. It's funny how he has free access to a telephone whilst in jail, but let's not question that. Well, that ain't ideal. There's a powerful cartel in town, the Benzies family. I figured they would eventually be a problem, but didn't think they would find you this quickly. Looks like you're going to need somewhere low-key to stay for a while. Head over to the motel and ask about getting a room. After that, you'll need some new equipment. There's a hardware store. Grab a grow tent, soil, and a watering can. Obviously, we've got a bit of an advantage because we borrowed a bunch of kit. So I told you about M to open the map. I think, if I remember rightly, the motel is just down here. So we'll go talk to the motel manager and get ourselves a room. It will be room 1. It's always room 1. Hiya, Donna. I'd like to rent a room, please. Yes, $75 for the week. Not actually for the week. You permanently rent the room. The thing that I want to see actually is if we have access to the pawn shop from the start. It looks like it's closed already because it's gone 6 p.m. because that dude walking past was the owner of the pawn shop. So basically it said $75 for the week, but we permanently own the room now. And I want to get rid of the TV. So, but we need to dump some of our stuff so that we've got room to carry things. So and then we will do some rearranging. So what was that, OG? So just some standard quality marijuana. I mean herbs. What am I saying? The door auto closes, thankfully, and the police don't seem to care. Hardware store might be closed at this point. I'm not sure. There is also a curfew, as you can see, because it's a lovely safe town. We'll kind of follow the introduction, even though we have stuff. I think because we have some of it, we don't need to buy everything, but we do need to go and put some cash in the bank to be able to pay. So you have a cash balance and you have a debit balance. So we need to deposit some money. Legitimate businesses want you to use your debit credit card. Less legitimate businesses want you to use cash. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And I'm also going to grab the trash grabber because it makes tidying up. We work in horticulture. Yeah. So let's go back to the hotel room. And we will get ourselves set up. And we've obviously got our extra kit. So we can... and curfew is going to start soon as well. So I'm going to want to rearrange things a bit. But just... I should have brought more soil, actually. That is okay. I should have brought 3 soil so that we can fill up the other ones as well. That's okay. But we are going to... the bin contains trash. We need to get trash bags. Because what I wanted to do is... actually, we could... we'll head over to... I think the gas mart sells trash bags. Yep. We'll just buy 1. Thank you. So now if we get seen by the police, we will get in trouble because we're outside. The curfew only seems to affect us, which is, you know, kind of weird, but I guess it makes sense because otherwise it would be hard to interact with people. But we're going to bag up trash. We'll just drop that there for now. We can then grab the bin and just put it somewhere else for now. And then we want to grab the pots, the frames, and the grow lights. And although it doesn't matter, I'm going to close the door, and we're going to do that. The police don't seem to care if you're inside what you're doing. So there we go. That's that done. Going to empty that. We're going to grab that. Grab that. Put that there for now, actually. Let's grab that because that can fit there. Let's grab that. Going to put those there. The packing machine. Oh, we need to move the TV a little bit. Don't know if that's going to fit there. Nope. Okay. We'll keep hold of that for now. Actually, what we could do is put the TV in there until we get access to the pawn shop again. I'm going to put that there. Trash can go there until we can get rid of it. Pick that up. The speed grow I'm not going to use because it if we hover over it, it'll tell us it reduces the plant quality. Actually, that doesn't matter at the start, so we will use it. Because the folks at the start don't care about quality. Now we need to go talk to Uncle Nelson again. There is a payphone just there. You're almost ready to go, but you're missing one ingredient. Plant seed. You'll need to speak to a supplier. Pass your name on to Albert Hoover, the local seed supplier. Message him and request a dead drop. So we need to order some seeds from Albert. I want to order a dead drop. We are going to order 3 because we have the 3 pots. It takes him a little while to sort that. We don't have 3 lots of soil yet, which is a little bit annoying. That was my mistake. But that is okay because we've also got the 20 from earlier. Don't think we can talk to you yet. No, we can't. Okay, that's fine. We will just wait for the dead drop. So in the game, a minute is a second. and therefore an hour is a minute. So we just need to wait for Albert to give us the dead drop. What we can do while we wait, if you want to earn a little bit of cash in the early game, you can burn trash. So we can put that in there. We can empty that into there. There are a whole load of things you can do to earn extra little bits of cash. You can pickpocket your customers or random people. You can use a baseball bat to batter cash machines. You can go to a casino. There's loads of things you can do. Obviously, we've got a nice head start with this setup versus normally you would have the one grow tent. These lamps, actually, if I grab one, and if I put it here, see, these make things grow 15% faster, which is pretty cool. So, yep. So the dead drop is behind the grocery store. So if we look on the map, so it is there. So if we go straight out of here, we need to avoid the police now. You can see them there with their torches. Straight out of here. Oh, we have got a marker on the compass up above, which is nice. There it is. So we'll grab our 3 seeds. And we now need to go sow our seeds. Hey, dude. So we'll go do that. There is a lot of grinding in this game. So probably some of that I will skip so that we can actually make progress at a half decent rate. Oh, I need to take the cap off. And then we click on the little clumps of soil and that does that. We then get our watering can and we repeat the process of watering the plant. There we go. We'll put that back. We'll grab the speed grow. And that's basically because the early game customers don't care about the quality of the plant, and we're 50% grown. So we need to buy plant trimmers and baggies next. We'll buy 20 because we've got 10 unbagged from earlier. But you'll see at the top it now says it's 4 a.m. sleep to progress. If you do pick this game up and you want to save the game at any other point, you go to the little intercom thing in your properties you own and hit E and it will save the game. But sleeping also saves. So we've gained some XP, but not enough to progress to the next level. So the plant is 95% grown. We need to go get some trimmers and some baggies and some more soil. It wants us to put the garbage in the trash can, but we picked it up with something else. So we'll do that on these ones so we can actually clear that away. So I'm actually going to buy, I will just buy 2 more because we're kind of short of cash at the moment, aren't we? 2 more soil. We want 20 baggy trimmers. I mean, we're kind of better off than we would have been, obviously, because we've got, well, we will be better off because some stuff we didn't have to buy. We didn't have to buy the watering can, for example, and we've got 20 extra product. So I'm going to get these planted first so they start growing. And so we can also clear off that mini objective of doing the hotel room thing. And we might go to see if we can pawn the TV as well to get some cash. Because that would be useful. Basically, the way this game progresses is as you do more, you unlock access to more things. So yeah, I'm just going to grab the TV. And yeah, basically now we own this room. So although it says you've rented the room for a week, you basically buy it. Hey dude, I would like to sell something. I would like to sell the TV. Start, and this is a negotiation process. Okay, let's go 120. Negative. I'll just take the 110. I really just wanted to get rid of it, so it doesn't matter to me that much, because it's taking up space for no reason. So we will, to complete the objective, do that. Now we need to harvest our plants that we have grown. So we could do now with having more soil and more seed to plant, but we don't have that. But we will come over to the bagging station, and you'll see here, so this one is poor quality, this one is standard quality. Poor quality because we used the stuff to speed up the growth. So we now go back to our packing mini game. Not the packing, we used the speed grow stuff. And we probably didn't need to because we slept anyway, but hey, it was free, so we it got it out of our inventory. And what we'll do is we'll you have to give samples to customers, to potential customers, to entice them to buy your product sometimes. And what we'll do is we will we'll use the slightly better stuff to do that. Apparently that helps with chance of success, and we can test that actually because you get told your chance of success. But so there we go. We will now go buy a trash bag. Oh, right. I'm just going to put those back. So we're going to go into the products menu. We have this guy. I'm going to list it for a little bit more. You can list it for quite a lot more. And I will wait for a customer to message us. There we go. So he is after 3. Nice. Sure thing. We'll do it straight away. And he is at the basketball court, which is down this way. And then we'll go get that trash bag. Hey Kyle, how you doing, buddy? I've got your stuff. We're going to give you the poor quality. So you'll see relationship that improves if you make them happier. I think it gets worse if you don't, and how addicted they are to your product. Now you can, I'm not going to, but you can pickpocket them and try and get it back. It's a mini game. I'm not going to do it at this point. And you can also get yourself a baseball bat. So yeah, and then this is one of the properties you are looking to buy. Oh, we need to get some soil as well, don't we? So what we'll do is we will deposit couple of hundred. Done. We will get horse oil. We will get, let's go, 40 baggies. We'll buy a trash bag. You can counter offer. You could say, hey, would you like 2? And we'll do you a deal. We'll do it for 70. And we'll go for now as well. Come on, hurry up, buddy. So if you do the deals late at night, you get a bonus, but you have to dodge the cops. And obviously we're trying to... Yes, hello. You asked me to... We'll come back and see him in a few hours' time. Although it expires in 2 minutes. So I guess that deal's gone badly. As I said, the game is done by a single developer. It still has some bugs in it, like we don't have any more seeds, do we either? So there are occasions where people will get stuck in what's called work mode, so they won't actually respond when you're supposed to be doing a deal with them. Empty trash. Pick up trash. And this one I'm just going to throw in the dumpster. Right, those are ready. Cool. So we're waiting for more deals anyway. So let's put that back there. Let's grab those. Done. You can also, once you've got customers, you can just walk up to people in the street that are your customers and do deals with them. People that aren't customers, you just walk up to them and you give them free samples. So, 2 for 105. Yeah, why not? We'll do that in a bit. And then we can bag some more product. And actually that'll keep us going for quite a while, so we might want to get this sold before we worry about growing more. Come on. I'm a little bit out of practice on this one because I've been playing on my own save for a bit longer and I have the next packing machine on. I've never actually had that issue early on as well where the deal gets bugged out, but hey. There we go. So let's... Oh, we've got 4 more to package. Need some more baggies. Let's get all of them packaged. Might not take all of them out, just in case we have an encounter with law enforcement. So at the moment, the Rozzers won't raid you. So I think we'll just take that out for now with us. That is on the development path though, so the guy who makes the game has released a development plan, which I think is really cool. And yeah, so 2. Your standards are low. We'll give you that then. Awesome. Happy customer. I guess Mick Lubin to OG Kush. Yes. Now, thank you, at the basketball court. Would you like a free sample, sir? 89% chance of success or 80% chance of success. So yeah, we'll give you the slightly better one. Awesome. So we've probably done an achievement, cleared an achievement for late in the game, and that's just because I kind of a thing we need to do. We need to start building our network of customers. So your standards are low, so we'll get rid of that stuff. And now we need to go talk to Uncle Nelson again. And the curfew is starting soon. I thought it had started. Okay. Let's go. You finished a few deals, made some decent cash, but you're looking to make some real money. You'll need to expand operations soon, more product and more customers. Best way, new customers give free sample. So we've done that. You can see potential customers on the map and give them a free sample, and luckily they'll agree to be your customer. To keep up with more customers, you'll need more plants. A motel room might not be big enough, so you can get a cheap room above the Chinese restaurants. So we need $800 to buy that. So we need to save up some money, and we need to unlock more customers. Is a potential customer right here at the motel. Donna has some interesting tastes. She likes lethal products, but we'll give her a sample of our better quality product, and she doesn't really like it. Obviously it won't kill her. Well, you know. So let's check the map, and all of our potential customers are over that way, but I think we're about 40 minutes in. So what I think we'll do is call it a day there, folks. I can see what the reaction was like to our first foray into this. Cool. Or we could do one more sneaky little deal. In a minute's time, next to the barber shop. Oh, I hate doing deals next to the barber shop. Going to save the game, and we may regret this. And if you're watching this and you know how to play this game, you may be better at this than me, but now the police are on the alert for us. Because we've got a bit of time to kill. Head back this way. We've got 30 seconds. Might be right. down here, there's the barber shop, but we're going to go past it. And we're going to walk backwards because apparently going backwards, and this does seem to be the case, makes it harder for them to see you. So, there's the barber shop. And there's our customer. You can have one Porsche. She's got very low standards. And there we go. Deal done. But I've got arrested so many times for doing deals there. It's ridiculous. I think she wants cash, so we'll hang on to our cash. We need to water our plants. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for today, folks. So hope you've found this entertaining, interesting. It's a really fun game. It'll get more interesting as we get more into it. So yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye for now.